It's wedding season, and our next guest, Megan, is a wedding planner with a problem. Take a look.
I'm the owner of a wedding planning and event coordination firm. Whether I'm meeting with brides, setting up wedding decor, or coordinating a wedding party, that may even include pets. On the big day, I have to appear cool and collected, but the hours are long and the job can be stressful. Even though I love what I do, sweat happens, and sweat in my job is not a good thing. Applying deodorant several times a day does not always work for me, and I can't stop and apply in the middle of someone's wedding. Nothing I've tried has given me the confidence to know that I'm going to stay dry. Please help.
Megan joins us in the audience today, and we're also joined by Chris Putman, a research and development scientist from Procter Gamble. Welcome, Megan. Welcome, Chris. Megan, we know you're usually the person with all the solutions, but today we're going to help you out, right, Chris?
Well, that's right. When people get married, sometimes there isn't a dry eye in the house, but there can certainly be dry armpits. And many people will sweat even when they're not physically exerting themselves.
Megan, ever wonder why we sweat?
I actually always have wondered why we sweat. I feel like it has a lot to do with the weather and the heat, but as I get older, I feel like the more stressed I get, the more I sweat.
Well, you're right, because sweating is a normal body function that protects our body from overheating, which is a good thing. But sweat comes in contact with bacteria on the skin's surface. It can produce a potent body odor, which no one wants. Messages from the brain indicating that the body is too hot activate the sweat glands, which then spring into action, making perspiration. Hormones, emotions, and physical activity also play a part. When you're angry or stressed, as you pointed out, your body releases hormones that boost your heart rate and blood pressure and raise your body temperature, which can cause sweat. Chris, what has your research shown?
Well, several studies show that women are busier and more stressed than ever, and as a result, women are actually sweating more than ever. In fact, in a recent survey by Procter Gamble, it shows 1/3 of women say that they sweat through the underarms of their shirt at least once a week. The good news is that while sweating is a normal body function, our underarms don't have to be so overly sweaty or smelly.
Well, here are a few tips. Watch what you eat and drink. Alcohol and caffeine can trigger perspiration. Caffeine actually activates the central nervous system, turning on sweat glands, and the more you drink, the more you sweat. The heat from coffee can also make your body feel hot enough to sweat. And spicy foods can fool your body into thinking it's hot by setting off the same nerve receptors that respond to heat. Chris, what would you recommend?
Well, you can further avoid excessive sweating by wearing loose, breathable fabrics. You can try to avoid stress altogether, but that isn't easy to do. A big help is to use the right deodorant, and clinical strength deodorants are a great choice when you really want to fight sweat and odor because they're designed with a higher concentration of active ingredient that can really stop perspiration before it starts.
I think that sounds great. I just don't know which one, and I want to feel confident when I'm doing my job.
Well, you had said that despite several applications of your deodorant, you still weren't always staying dry. Now, our study has shown that only 1 use a day of Secret clinical strength antiperspirant is as effective as 2 uses a day of a regular antiperspirant.
Wow.
And so Secret can work very fast in those unexpected sweat and odor situations. Also, Secret is the #1 best-selling clinical strength antiperspirant on the market.
That's great.
So, Megan, here's how we're going to help. You and all of our studio audience are going home with a $100 gift card to Walgreens, and everyone can try it. And you at home can go to thedoctorstv.com for your chance to win a $100 gift card as well. Thank you so much, Megan, for sharing your story, and thank you, Chris, for that great advice.